everyone, welcome to episode 2 of Pride Lives On. We have with us today Inder Vhatwar, an event manager. He owns a gay store, The Closet, which is not operational now, but we're all looking forward to have it back in action again. And he hosts parties and events for the queer community. Hi Inder.
Hello.
So Inder, just tell us a little bit about yourself. What are you focusing on currently?
So these days, after whole endemic started, and we have been busy with our events because 2 years we have been not doing anything. We tried doing online for people to entertain people, and so I think since the time we started physical parties again, and it's been picking up a lot, and we are very busy with it.
Nice.
And whole the Pride month was there, you know.
Absolutely.
So we were
yeah.
we actually started traveling to different cities, you know.
So Inder, let's start with your store, The Closet. What inspired you to? It's the only store in India that is a queer store, a gay store. And what inspired you to start this?
So I had done small short-term course in London, and I'm talking about 2008, where we didn't have a proper dating apps or website, you know, to meet people from the same gender.
Right.
And when I was there, I saw the whole lane of clubs for us and stores and so many things. So when I got back, and I was shopping with a friend of mine, and he was very skinny like me when I was skinny then. So we used to go and shop from mall in a ladies section because few of them denims which could fit us properly. And denims are denims, you know, nobody sees ladies hair, gents hair, and the fitting more important. So I realized that, you know, when he took some denims and went to the trial room to try those denims, and I saw the one sales staff called everybody from his floor and making fun of him. So I realized, you know, something, I just saw a different world altogether outside, and when I come back to my own city, then I see somebody is making fun of me or my friends, you know.
Yeah.
So then then I got approached by some friend, you know, why don't you open a store? And I said, okay, fine. Then I said, if I open a store, I only want to open a store for our crowd, you know.
Right.
Because the whole concept was to give them a comfort zone, a high fashion which normally we have to buy from the ladies section. We should not get for the men's section, you know, the deep neck or something very cowl neck or those kind of a thing. So first, the whole comfort and give them a space for them to be themselves when they're shopping, and let them be what they want to, let them try and let them pose, you know, when they come out from the trial room. That's not being inside the trial room and pose what they feel like, you know. So that was the whole point of opening a store, and this was in 2010 when things were not very good.
So Inder, about your store, was it like, you know, like a public coming out statement or something? I don't know. Was it timed in that manner or something?
I think I was quite young, and I wanted to do something for the community. And officially I was already out, thanks to media only, with some newspaper, that they point out that, you know, I'm supposed to be mystery man of Salina Jetli, and then after a month they got one more article said that, you know, oh, it's supposed to be her gay best friend. So I was officially out because of that. And no, but my whole concern of opening a store was, as I said, to give a comfort zone to my community while shopping. And yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Something like creating a safe space for someone to just be able to.
Yeah, because, you know, there are lots of stories to say about store when I had a store, you know.
Right.
The people used to park their car like 2 lanes before, like, you know, don't want to see.
Yeah.
Then they don't want to swipe the card because they are not open to their family.
Right.
So, but they still want to come and buy, you know. And I will share one story during my first official article regarding the store. And so it was a huge article, front page of, I'm standing with the whole gay rainbow flag and everything, that, you know, openly gay store and things. And so I said, आज तो पक्का कुछ stones आने वाले store पे कि आज glass break होने वाला है, because it was a way too loud article regarding the store. And so a middle-aged couple entered the store, and I was wondering कि like, you know, they must be not knowing about the store. And they just entered. So they took the whole checker of the store, they saw the merchandise and everything, and slowly they came to the counter, and I was like, should I tell them about the store? And So slowly uncle removed one newspaper from his bag and he showed me, we saw this and we just came to support you and just show you that, you know, we are there for you.
That's so nice.
So that was a one beginning of my store with a random people coming to my store and giving me those blessings was for me like, I don't scare now.
Yeah, I mean, that's like, it must...
like God has sent somebody to just give me blessing, you know, डर मत आज कुछ नहीं होगा तेरे साथ.
Yeah. I guess these are just like those very nice moments where, you know, you need that validation and reassurance, and which is what you got at the right time. So that's it. That's amazing. That's amazing. So I, of course, did a little bit of my own research about you, and I came across this thing where you had said that you did not complete your education. Now, lots of people, lots of times have this like, you know, notion that if you don't complete your education to get a career going, to, like, you know, to and the fact that you grew up in the slums and now you're definitely like just booming. What gave you that confidence? I mean, you, despite all of these odds, you've been so driven to do things.
I think what people named and they called me during my childhood, and they pushed me that, you know, you are this, you are this, you are this. So I think that pushed me to do something and show them ki, okay, I'll be this only, but I can prove a point that I can be known because of this only. So this, in the sense, they call me Bailya, Good, Mamu, whatever names they have to give me, gay. And so I said, okay, fine, I'll be this only as a gay person, and I'll make sure that you will remember me Inder as a gay person till your life. And I think what you said about education. So yes, because, you know, I was I was good in studies in my childhood, and then because I grew up in slums and there was no man of the house because I don't have dad because I lost him when I was 3.
Oh, okay.
So so people took lots of advantage of a small kid who is little different and got abusive childhood from neighbors or neighbor uncles, kids of my age or older than me. So I got disturbed mentally and I was not able to focus on my studies. So then I thought if I can't concentrate on my studies, so let me go ahead and do something on my career. And I never left a faith, like, you know, I want to be away from my community. तब तो gay word भी नहीं पता था. So it was the only thing which gay, my Bailya, Mamu, all those words were there. Gay was too posh, you know, to somebody calling me in that slum. So so I think, yeah, the whole courage of me not completing my studies, I'm 9th failed, and but I think the whole passion towards my focus, my goal, that I want to do this for my family, I want to come out of that locality and want to do something for the community. I think everything went and fall on the place, and it helped me to grow what I am today.
I mean, you call yourself 9th fail, but I don't think there is any sense of failure about what's gone on in your life. It's only spurred to make you grow and support the community so much. So I guess it all happened for good.
Yeah. So my whole thing was कि ना, अगर कुछ हुआ है लाइफ में तो उसको पकड़ के रोना नहीं है. उससे वो सीख लेना है कि ये हुआ है तो उसको और जिद करके मेरे को उसको रिपीट नहीं होना चाहिए मेरे साथ या किसी और के साथ. So it was, that was the reason I was out and I opened a gay store, or I'm doing parties only just to be there for the kids who are from the similar locality who they don't have to go and talk to. Because for me, there was nobody to talk to.
Right.
And I'm talking about 35 years back.
Oh,
so
yeah.
that was way beyond when people thought of coming out or talking to somebody or going to some, you know, organization or something.
Right. 35 years ago, growing up in a place where the awareness is, of course, very tough to reach. Even now, there is little to no awareness in that in that community, I guess. And 35 years ago, it would have been a lot. Yeah. So definitely, I guess challenges are something that made you stronger. Yeah. Okay. Now let's move on to Rage, which is what is currently what you're doing more actively. So what does Rage do?
So when I opened a store, it was decloset, and then I thought to promote the store, let me do something in between the community only, because we don't have any other ads to give, in the community. We don't have any, then there was no apps for dating and all. So I thought, let me open up party group by the name of Rage by D-Closet, and so slowly, we'll promote our store also, and my whole concept, ki giving them a safe space, will continue for the event.
Right. So that's what made you
Yes.
start this, and it became the main center of your life.
Yeah.
Pretty much. So were these parties already happening?
Yeah. So I think when I started coming out in the scene, this was early 2000, and then it used to happen once or twice in 2 months, the party.
अच्छा.
And वो भी 2 महीने में कहीं बॉम्बे में या फिर आउटर बॉम्बे में. So we used to plan properly, shop properly,
Right.
and then go. So slowly and steady, it started increasing once in a month, twice in a month, thrice in a month. And at the same time, I think so, ladies bar had got shut down, and I'm talking about those years. And it was very easy for them to give a venue, because it is not working for them, and we need a venue because we don't have any venue, because people is not give the venue for a party. By then I was not a party organizer, so I used to go as a with friends, to party. So I used to see, like, we are working hard, we are dressing up properly, but we are not getting a safe, proper space. रात को 12 बजे बाहर पुलिस का वैन आ जाएगा कभी भी कि बंद कर दो. So we have seen, I actually got raided in one of the parties where I got picked up from the cops, went to the police station, spent the whole night there. So
on what grounds?
कि they have taken all 40 people together, and कि तुम्हारे liquor का license नहीं है. And so I said, anyways, I don't drink. So I said, चलो कितना pay करना है, let us go. They made us sit whole night. They took us in the van, your typical वो crime वाले लोग लेके जाते हैं ना पुलिस वैन में वैसे. So all this thing I was seeing, and then I studied through a friends, some community friends are lawyers, so I sat with them. So I did a little homework regarding, how to go ahead with the parties officially.
Right.
So I met few lawyers, I met through common friends, some head of police, to check with them. So there is no law to have a gay party ka legal license. There's no license for that.
Yeah.
So it is like how regular club, if they have all the licenses, you can do whatever parties you want to do there.
Yeah.
So then my whole focus started ki we have money, we have fashion, we have confident attitude, but we don't have a proper place to go. So my whole thing started ki I want to start my parties in 5-star hotels. Why not?
Yeah, of
because
course.
we are giving them money, they need business.
Yeah.
So I started my homework with approaching 5-star hotels and telling about the whole concept. So the whole mindset was about what they see in the news, what they see in the movies about gay people. So lots of 5-star hotel gave me meetings, pre-meetings, that's we have to discuss with the management, that we have to discuss with the management. And that happened for good 6-7 months. And finally I come across to a friend of mine who used to work in a 5-star hotel. And then he slowly told the GM that, let's try once and give a chance, how it works. I think that gave me the opening doors for my parties to start in 5-star hotels. And very funny, after the party, the manager, she comes and she says, अरे सब लोग इंग्लिश में बात कर रहे थे और सब एकदम ड्रेसअप थे, किसने साड़ी वाड़ी नहीं पहना था. So this was the first experience for a 5-star hotel manager, F&B manager, to discuss ki how was the party, They were very happy with the sales, they were very happy with the crowd,
Right.
but they were not expecting this, they were expecting something else, what they have seen in the movies or news,
Of course.
So I felt nice कि at least चलो थोड़ा तो mindset change करवाया मैंने इनका. So slowly and steady, because of that 5-star hotel reference, I started getting a different one and different one. And we did almost 5-6 5-star hotels, different location in Bombay. And then I come across to Kitty Sue in the Lalit Hotel. When they opened Kitty Sue and they were looking for somebody who can start LGBT parties with them, and I met Mr. Suri, and we discussed, and he had lots of questions कि कुछ problem तो नहीं होगा, because he's not from Bombay, so he doesn't know how Bombay things works, especially with the LGBT thing. So he asked me a few questions and I made him comfortable. This we can do, that we can do. So I remember my first party, we had drag queens and go-go boys, but we had named them a different way. We had said candy boys and candy girls. So a drag queen means it's an art form, drag, and where a girl can be a drag king, a boy can be a drag queen. They dress up opposite ways, and it's a little OTT with the makeup and the hair, and it's basically make jokes, be a little bitchy to the crowd, make them laugh, make them comfortable.
Yeah.
And so it is very internationally famous, those concepts. So I got it then. So I discussed that with Mr. Suri, and he was very comfortable because that was exactly he had in mind, what he wants to start, at Kitty-Su. And so now it's been 7 years and
7
things
years.
are going good.
That's nice. That's nice. When we were having just a chat before, you had mentioned something about this voodoo club. Could you share that with our viewers?
So this was late 90s. Voodoos was very famous in Bombay. Like if you Google today also, a gay pub or something, you will get Voodoo's ka name on the first, So it's supposed to be a pub at Kulaba Causeway, and so they cater our crowd, LGBT crowd, back then. And officially, there was cops ka van standing outside. We didn't have any fear, So they had shut down for some, because they were not going good. Cops were harassing them, 377 drama. So that shut down. So just to get the whole memory back, I started Voodoo's for some time, in between. For our old gang to just go there and be themselves, with the old memories.
Right, nostalgia kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So of course.
Even for help for the, because that guy, he started something for us back then. So now he needs little help from us for his own business, So we thought, let me just do something for him.
Of course, that's nice of you. That's nice of you. So you spoke about the whole nostalgia factor and at Voodoo's. Is there any particular highlight of that time that you would like to share?
My one memory at Voodoo's was like, we had a traveler. We keep getting somebody who's new in Bombay, maybe for a weekend or, traveling here for some work or something, or visiting his family. So I have this guy who had come with his friend, and I knew the friend because he was regular at the parties. So ye banda aaya, he had few drinks, and while closing the bar, he fell down by itself. And he got cut from his glass, on his own glass, like this on his head. So within a minute, on the floor everything was blood, And then I said, I don't know what to do. Because people think, are event manager, hai, party karna hai, drinks karna hai, that is his life. But they don't know the background, ki what we go through, So I checked his wallet, there was a card, he was a doctor. And so I thought, I saw one Leelavati something, so I thought maybe he's a doctor over there. So I called on the landline. I said, I found him like this somewhere, and I didn't mention I found him in a gay party because there was a reason I didn't say, and I somehow I got him to the hospital. There were lots of cross questioning happening with me. Kahan mila, kyun mila, tumne kyun help kiya? Ek to as a human being, I'm helping. Okay. Still, they're like asking me 1,000 questions.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, fine, help kar diya, ab kya? So. And I have to be very careful ki I don't know this guy is out to his family, not out to his family. And I'm talking about this around 8 to 9 years back, this whole incident which had taken place. So somehow we broke his mobile password and his family got to know, then they came and I stepped out from there. So after a week or something, that guy called me and said, thank you so much that you didn't mention that you found me at the gay party, because I'm not out to my family. And so for us, we have to be so careful that, whatever happens, we don't have to mention that, he's from the community or because we don't know how his calculation works at home, about his sexuality.
He was lucky there was you who was there because, for example, if there was some straight manager who's a little not so very well versed with, what's how these situations go at home for people from the community, could have outed him, and that would have been a whole other chaos for him. But yeah, I guess he was lucky that you were there at that time.
So this was the reason, you know, whenever we had a party in any venue, we used to sit with the staff, the security, the bartender, the housekeeping, and we used to explain ki what exactly this whole concept is. And you know, I remember telling one of those sessions with the staff was, everybody who walks in from that gate, they all are wearing a crown. They all are queens, but you can't see it. So don't judge them, don't stare at them, don't laugh at looking at them, or don't do any video shoots of anything for them. Let them be themselves. Let them have a good time. That's what we want to give, you know.
Right, yeah, just behave as if anyone else is coming into the place, and because that's the world we're trying to create, where it's just pretty
Because you
much,
know, this people who work at the bouncer or, you know, a bartender, they also come from the grass level, you know. They also have the similar mindset what they have to call this kind of a people, you know. So to change that mindset, they have to have a smile on their face, give the respect to the same crowd. Maybe they have given bad words or teased outside on the road, you know.
yeah.
So somehow I was happy that I was giving them that whole lecture of, you know, how to be yourself and let us be what we are. You know?
Yeah. I mean, along with doing what you're doing for the community in terms of the queer community, you're also educating the people who are not from the community. And honestly, I think we keep talking about how this is great to help the LGBT community. Yes, it is definitely good. But for the people who are not educated about these things, it is good for them also to be educated. Like, you know, we're not just helping your community, but we're helping the whole community of this world, like, you know, as a whole.